Hey guys, what's up? Hope you're all good. So in today's video, I'm going to try to keep it short. I know sometimes I can go a little bit long, but I'll try and keep it short. And today I want to talk about one of the hidden factors that tends to stop us from reaching our goals. Now, we often get stuck in this place where here's my goal, it's out here, and here I am stuck in this place where I know what it is I want. I know what it is I need to do, but for whatever reason, I struggle to make myself do it. Or we find that we do the things that we need to do, but we can't manage to stay consistent enough at it for a long enough period of time in order to reach the goal. So again, we kind of feel stuck in this perpetual kind of state of failure. We start and we get held up, we fail, we regress, and then we repeat the cycle over and over again. And of course, it's a shit place for us to get and to get stuck. But one of the things that many of us don't realize is that we're actually stuck in this cycle because we're bored shitless. Now, that sounds a bit like what? But often we're just bored of having to fucking keep trying to do new things. It's a case of, I've got so many things on my plate, so many things to do, that we get bored of the obligation to have to do more, to have to achieve more, to have to aspire to be more or to have more and so on. And we just get bored of it because it's a case of, well, why can't I just settle down? Why can't I just have this kind of sense of peace and happiness? Why do I always need to be achieving something in order to have this sense of fulfillment or satisfaction within myself? So we get caught in this place where this constant striving actually becomes quite fucking boring. It's a boring way to live because rarely do we get to experience true happiness. We'll have moments of pleasure and moments of satisfaction, but we rarely sit in the pocket of true happiness because it always comes as a result of obligation. It's always something else I've got to do in order to have this positive experience. And of course, sometimes we do need to do things or sacrifice things or apply certain efforts in particular directions or in particular things in order to have specific outcomes that we want. But the catch-22 is, of course, we don't want to constantly be in this perpetual cycle of obligation, something else I need to do, another thing and another thing. Because at some point we need to sit back and try and enjoy the achievements and so on. And as I say, boredom can be one of the biggest things that we don't even realize is there. We've got this underlying sense of, I'm just sick of this shit. I'm sick of having to keep trying to do more, keep doing more and more and more, and always feeling like I'm actually getting less and less and less from it. So that's kind of more of a mindset check-in for us today. So just kind of sit with yourself today and kind of think, well, is one of the reasons I might be struggling to stay consistent and to stay committed to my goals, is it because actually I'm bored of this constant sense of obligation that I have to try and do and be more? Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a desire to do more and to be more. Of course, we all should maybe aspire to grow and develop personally. But sometimes it's the energy with which we come at it. Is it coming from a place of obligation or is it coming from a place of choice? A great book on this is the book Power versus Force. That's a great book, goes into a lot more detail than what I'm speaking about on here. Also goes into levels of consciousness and all kinds of different things. But being able to make decisions and make choices from a place of power rather than a place of force is a great place to help not only conserve energy, but also to move and act from a place of knowing and from confidence that is actually in alignment with what you may perceive as your purpose. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, it saves us having to kind of force things and struggle through things and overexert energy in order to get a particular result. So that's all I'll leave you with today, guys. If you have any questions, as always, post them in the comments below. But just sit with yourself, have a little thought, like, am I just bored of this constant obligation to do and be more? And maybe that's what's holding me back. Perhaps I need to find ways to experience more happiness, more satisfaction, and more fulfillment. And that will help keep me motivated and on track with the goals that I want to achieve. Thanks for watching, people.